What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Jay. We are here today with GBA Week 5 going against Lars and his Borussia Dortmund fan. To start it off, we have his team down below consists of Enamorous, Iron Tread, Salamence, Palmont, Volcanion, Cresselia, Weavile, Tornadus, Cloth, Brambleghast, and Venomoth. So, top tier threats that I'm super scared of are Enam, of course, Salamence, Volcanion, and I would say a little bit of Weavile, despite it losing a lot of this gen, but it still can put on some offensive pressure. Treads is cool, but I'm not scared of it too much offensively because we do have quite a bit of check, one of which is indeed Tornadus, which is rocking a timid nature with heavy duty boots. We have a little bit in HP, we have a whole lot in defense. We only need 68 attack to two-shot most of his team with one nasty plot, and then we have 12 in Spadef and then 180 to outpace the rest of the team barring Weavile. And then we have Hurricane, Focus Blast, Nasty Plot, and U-Turn. U-Turn just because we might not be able to break at first, so we can use Torn as a Pivotmon. And then in the late game, we can go for a Nasty Plot and proceed to hopefully land Hurricanes and clean up the rest of his team. And we can even two-shot max defense Cresselia, as long as it's, of course, not Spadef, but we can two-shot a max HP Cresselia, which is fantastic, which I do have a feeling he would definitely opt to run a physically defensive Cress over being one that is Spadef, because he can just do Calm Mind shenanigans and whatnot. But next up, we do indeed have Urshifu, of course, with a Jolly Nature, with Unseen Fist, with lefties this week. We have 204 in speed with 52 in defense, 20 in Spadef, 204 in attack, and 28 in HP, which this thing is kind of like a soft check to Weavile, right? Because we can just ignore both of its dual stabs and kind of take those hits and then get momentum that way by firing off close combat, Surging Strikes, Ice Spinner, or an Aqua Jet. Aqua Jet's just to pick off anything that's super low, which can be indeed helpful. Of course, he does have two mons that can consistently check Urshifu in Volcanion with Water Absorb and Cresselia if it is physically defensive. So I kind of wanted to run U-Turn over Aqua Jet, but I felt like Aqua Jet was kind of better just in case things get whittled down or we need to get stuff chipped down or whatever. So that's what we opted to go with. Urshifu is kind of just going to be a little bit like an offensive defensive glue a little bit. It's going to be able to take some hits, but then hopefully be able to dish them out. Granted, we can get the right move popping off. Next up, we do have Skeledirge, the team mascot, because it is the Terra captain with bold nature, unaware, with the lefties. We have 252 in HP, 124 in defense, and 132 in Spadef. Basically an overall wall, because this definitely can wall Cresselia. Granted, they can just repeatedly Calm Mind and boost the stored power attack, but they will ignore the other boosts that come along with the Calm Mind. So only the move stored power would get boosted, but they have to get like a phenomenal amount of Calm Mind boosts, and they wouldn't be able to do that because we just Torch Song and we would snowball, and then they would have to at least Moonlight one time or just die. So we have Torch Song, like I said, with Shadow Ball, Slack Off, and Will-O-Wisp. I think Will-O-Wisp is very nice for stuff like Treads, Salamence, Weavile, Palmont. If he does opt to bring the cloth, then it's also nice for the cloth as well. So that's what we're rocking out with. Dirge is just gonna be Dirge. Dirge is gonna be doing Dirge things. Dirge's been so good this season. And then next up, we have a little bit of spice. We have Adamant, Choice Band, Corviknight. I did opt to go with a defensive Corv at first, like a mixed defensive Corv to like just hard wall Salamence and whatnot to be able to tank the Fire Blast or Flamethrower. But then I started looking at their team and I was like, yo, like offensive Corv Brave Bird looks crazy against their team, because the switch in would be like Treads and we can easily predict that and go for like Body Press, but even then they probably wouldn't comfortably want to go into Treads. And then we also have Iron Head, which kind of clicks buttons as well. So I was like, yo, I'm gonna rock out with this. We have 252 HP with 100 in attack, 100 in defense, which allows us to not get two-shot by Choice Banded Weavile's Icicle Crash. And then we have 52 in Spadef to comfortably take Mystical Fire and like Flamethrower from Salamence a little bit. And then we also have 4 in speed, because why not? So I'm excited to use Corviknight. We'll see if he can nab a kill this week. Next up, we do have Sandy Shocks, which is incredibly our kill leader. It's been putting on some pressure this season. We do have a maxed out 252 type of spread this week. because Salamence is base 100, and if they get up a DD, I just want to have like somewhat of a failsafe, because if we get a little bit of chip on it and put it in range of Thunderbolt, that's great, and we can outspeed since we are Choice Scarf. We have Volt Switch, Earth Power, Thunderbolt, and Stealth Rock just in case, you know, we can find a position to get him up, but maybe I'll just be ending up clicking buttons or Volt Switching out, depending on what the situation is. And then last but not least, we do have Dragalge with the Assault Vest with a Calm Nature. 240 HP, 244 HP, 172 in Spadef, and 92 in Spatak. Sludge Bomb, Draco Meteor, Hydro Pump, and Acid Spray. Acid Spray is nice because it can annoy his team because get the Spadef drops -2 Spadef drop, which is awesome. And then Sludge Bomb plus Draco kind of just clicks buttons against their whole team. And the one thing it doesn't is Tread, so that's why we're running Hydro Pump. Didn't really want to run Focus Blast because it doesn't really net us much here, because it still hits the cloth and it still hits the Iron Tread, so I felt like going for the more accurate move. And if we do opt to Terra Water, we can just get a boosted Hydro Pump, a stab Hydro Pump, and this thing basically is our check somewhat to Volcanion, because we wallets both of his stabs. The only thing it can go for is like Earth Power, so we'll be looking out for that as well. It's also nice for the Venomoth if they try to run in Shenanigans. It's also nice for the Torn, somewhat can be nice for the Crest, although of course Psychic move, but we could take one, get some Acid Spray drops and whatnot, and that'd be nice. It also can be nice for Enamorus, barring of course Earth Power, and also it's a neutral hit if they go for Moonblast, but it's just like a tank for their special attackers. But yeah, without further ado, let's get into the battle. And here we are at the battle for week 5 of the GBA. We're going against Lars and his blank insert name team, because that's just, I always forget the team name, so I apologize, Lars. But we're going against Lars. He brings the Iron Treads, the Palmot, the Cresselia, the Cloth, the Salamence, and the Volcanion. So interesting team. I didn't what was it, Cloth is a little bit unexpected. Didn't foresee the Cloth. Everything else makes sense. I low-key am surprised by no Weavile, also surprised by no there was something else, I can't remember. There was a potential mon that he could have brought and he didn't bring it. What is it? Survey says. We'll find out here after these brief moments. What I want to lead here, I think what we can lead is, I mean, Torn looks pretty free, barring any potential Scarfers. This always looks like a pretty good mon, but I am kind of like scared of like lead Palmot or something. So maybe I just go into Isaphase and do that. I think that's pretty fine. But no, Weavile is like huge, so that's awesome. So yeah, we do have Bandit Corv, because look at their team and look at Corv, and like they have no such as a like flying move outside of Cloth, but even then it doesn't want to take a body press, so that's pretty cool. I'm hoping it can do the thing. It seems silly, but it looks like it can put in some work. So we have the homies team. I'm actually curious what else I was fearing. There was something else that I was fearing that he didn't bring. Oh, it was the potential. Oh, he didn't bring Enamorus. Wow, no Enam. That's crazy. I was like very fearful of Enam. No Enam. So Cloth is gonna come out here. I don't think this thing was floating in the air with a balloon. I'm pretty sure. I hope. Great. I'm pretty sure that. I'm pretty sure. So Sandy Shocks to a Cloth. Oh, yeah, Earth Power does a bajillion. But I'm just gonna Volt Switch here, cause yeah, they would draw. So awesome. So I assume they go into something like Crest. If they go Treads, good play. Wow, he did. Wow, that's crazy. Is he Air Balloon? Oh, he is Air Balloon. Okay, good play. All right, so that makes sense. That makes sense. I was about to say, wow, Air Balloon. That makes sense. Good bring. Good bring. We're gonna get up out of here. I guess I could also got up Rocks. Rocks would have been kind of cool. We can go Torn. We can go Torn, or we can go Excalibur. I feel like we kind of maybe see a Volt Switch potentially. But we're just gonna go Torn because we can regenerate it back. We'll see what they want to do here. Rocks actually could have been very nice there. If I'm being completely honest, Rocks would have been kind of cool. So they do opt to get up their own Rocks. I think what I'll do is I'll fire off. I could fire off a Hurricane. I could also fire off a U-turn here. Yeah, I'll just opt to fire off a Hurricane here. Get some chip on something. So they're gonna withdraw here. They didn't bring the Bramble Gas, which I was like, do they bring Bramble Gas? They didn't though. So we're gonna go ahead. I guess I could have just went Focus Blast, which is kind of nutty. So we're gonna Hurricane here. How much does this do? Does nothing. They might be AV. I'm just gonna U-turn here on the off chance that they do switch. All right, so cool. I assume that they're also Regenerator. They might just be AV Regenerator, which makes sense. It honestly makes sense. This thing does get access to knockoff, but I'm just gonna go Bosco here. We might see a knockoff. I could definitely see it coming. Yep, there's a knockoff. We do lose our lefties, unfortunately, but 'tis what it is. There's no world they stay in here. I don't have U-turn. But I can go for CC. I could also click Surging Strikes though, on the off chance they go into Crest. So I'll do that. They might be scared of like sub shenanigans, because I could sub on this thing. I 100% could, and they see the lefties, so they might be fearing that a little bit. But Urshifu was kind of like a little bit of a soft check to Weavile as well. C tier is going to be Cresselia. It's Volcanion. Okay, so hard Volcanion is going to be his switch in. We're gonna get up out of here, going to Dragalge. I should be clicking U-turn way more than I am, because honestly, he's like allowing me to do it, but I'm not doing it. And I don't have U-turn on Urshifu, granted. Whatchamacallit, excuse me. With what the bomb was I with? I was with Torn. I could have easily just U-turned, or I could have just clicked Focus Blast twice. That would have been dope. All right, Earth Power comes out. We should be able to eat this. Yeah, we do eat that, no problem. Cool. I'm gonna go for a Hydro Pump, because what would they go into? They could go into Crest. I feel like they don't stay in, because they could go into Treads, predicting the poison move. But I really feel as though they don't stay in and risk damage on this thing. All right, cool. So what do we see? If it's the Crest, I'll be upset that I didn't Sludge Bomb. But if they go into, ooh, yes, that's good. That's good. So it is Ursa Regenerator, obviously. We're gonna Hydro Pump here, gonna connect, which is awesome. Good damage. That's definitely AV though, for sure. We're gonna get up out of here, go out back out into Urshifu. I guess what I can do is I can just start clicking CC now, because we know that the Volcanion is gonna be the switch instead of the Crest, which is good to know. But yeah, a little bit of a, I do wish I had U-turn, but it was a toss-up. It was a toss-up. As the season has progressed, it's been getting harder to know which moves to put on Urshifu, but I definitely, in this position on this team, like it's looking like I could have just been U-turn over Ice Spinner. But I felt like Ice Spinner was nice. First, like a couple of niche things. What do we see here? Is it the Volcanion? Squeaky Moon. All right, so it's gonna be the Crest. Oh, it's this Squeaky Moon. Funny. So we're gonna get up out of here. This thing could DD, but that's like not the worst thing in the world. We do have a Dirge. We know it's Intimidate as well. Can we live a dual wing beat? Oh, it could be special. Actually, it very much could be special. We can go Torn to see what this thing wants to do, I guess. Yeah, we can go see, because if it might be special, I could see that. Because if it has Intimidate, I assume it's special. So we'll see what this thing wants to do. Dual wing beat. Okay, it's not special. So I might be banded. It's Life Orb. Okay, good to know. It was giving me special vibes, but now we know it's physical based, so that's good to know. We can just go right into Corv now. That's what I was fearing, was the special Salamence more so than the physical one, because physical one is like kind of checked quite a bit by like Corv and the likes of Dirge. So I was assuming that like special Ments would make an appearance because of Flamethrower and Fire Blast and etc. etc. We're gonna U-turn here, get more chip on this thing, which is cool. It could still be mixed, I guess, right? Mixed Salamence could be a potential threat. We're playing off a little bit of a back foot. We're gonna have to get back the momentum though, because I kind of just handed it to him. So we gotta somehow get it back. So we're gonna go into Corv here. They probably know that we were gonna switch out. Do we see a potential Flamethrower or anything of that nature? We do see the Fire Blast. They do miss. I am sorry, Mr. Lars. We're gonna go ahead and go for a nice little. I mean, Brave Bird is just nice for chunking the team. Because what does he switch into? It would have to be like Cresselia. They're gonna have to Fire Blast again. Not gonna do enough. I think we do die though. We might be able to take out this Ments though, which would be kind of dope. So we're gonna Brave Bird here. Do we take it out? We do take it out. Nice. So Corv is able to get a kill, which is nice. Sucks that we had to lose Corv though. I'm pretty sure we do die, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, Excalibur is gonna go down. Oh man. But nice. Corv got a KO on the thing, which is great. So big Ments up out the way is huge. Ments is Dunzo Funzo. In this position, what can I go? I can go right out into It's a Phase. If they go Treads, that is a bit annoying. I could also go Crikey and try to get my Terra to pop off now. But if they do go into that, I think we'll just go Torn. I'll go into Bosco. MDC. Is that Cresselia? I think that's Cresselia. It is Cresselia. Oh, going Skelly would have been nuts right there. Skelly would have been perfect in this situation. I'm gonna go hard Skelly now. Oh, it would have been great in this situation, man. So we're gonna have to take a layer of rocks and whatnot, but we should be fine with this thing. Yeah, they're gonna have to Calm Mind. It doesn't matter. If they want to store power and do all those shenanigans, it's literally not the worst thing in the world. We are unaware. I guess now would be the time to Terra Fairy. So we don't have to take as much rocks chip, because we're not going to Terra with anything else. So we're going to go for a nice little Torch Song here. They're going to have to stay in, surprisingly. I don't know. They don't really win this exchange. I mean, man, they could, like, even if they do have... Oh, they Terra first. Okay, cool. So it's Terra Fairy as well. So I guess they're going to try to win the exchange with stored power potentially, but I don't think that's their play, because they would have to, like, recover, because Torch Song is going to snowball. So I'm not sure what their play is here. We are unaware. As I've stated twice now, we are very unaware of this thing's boost. So I don't know. We'll see what they want to do here. They're just going to keep calm mining. Okay. I mean, that's fine. Pretty sure we win this exchange, no problem, because stored power has to get all the way to like +6 or something to even do like good potential damage. So we're just going to Torch Song here. That's good damage. It's good damage if I've ever seen it. I could go for Shadow Ball, but I don't think that's the play here. I think you just keep going for whatchamacallit, Torch Songs. If Volcanion comes out, then it comes out, because they literally, I don't know, they can't win this exchange. So it's interesting that they're opting to calm mine. I think they're just trying to like mono like stored power me, but I don't think that's gonna be the way that they intend it to work out, because like they're gonna have to recover at some point, and I'm just gonna keep stacking boosts while they're not getting really boosted at all. Granted, stored power is gaining some base power, but still, yeah, because like Unaware and stored power have an interesting little interaction, because you would think Unaware would like ignore it, but it doesn't, because like stored power, like it's like move description and stuff, it gets boosted based upon like whatever. Yeah, that is nothing. So that is 0. So we're going to Torch Song here, get more chip on this thing, which is great. Part of me kind of wants to recover. I feel like they could low-key go Volcanion or something, and I want as much health on my Dirge as possible, but I'm going to go for a Shadow Ball here. Maybe Will-O-Wisp. I mean, do they go Volcanion or do they go Cloth? I'm going to Shadow Ball. Yeah, they do a draw. Okay, cool. So it's either Cloth or Volcanion, one of the two. They might just go Cloth. They go into, I don't know what this thing was. Volcanion. Okay, cool. So that's nice. So I'm glad I did not Willow here. So I'm going to Shadow Ball here, get off a big chunk of damage on this thing, which is great. Huge damage. Very big damage. This thing could have Sludge Bomb. Steam Eruption is also a thing. I'm going to skedaddle up out of here, because Dirge is putting on some great pressure. Because I could stay and go for Shadow Ball again, but I just don't think that's worth it, man. I really don't. I really don't. Because if they have Sludge Bomb, then it's going to do a bajillion. So I'm just going to go into Kelp Me. But getting big damage off on this and the Crest is huge. That is huge, because Crest is about like, I want to say like maybe like 55 HP. They're going to draw here. What do they go into? Treads? Crab Rave. Okay, so this thing comes out. So he's making good doubles. He could double again. He could, but whatever. I'm going to go into Bosco. Because now like he doesn't really have the best of switch-ins into Urshifu anymore. Palma is a little bit annoying, but if it's not like Scarf or anything, then we should be able to beat it with... I mean, I think in general we should be able to beat Palma with Sandy Shocks anyways, even if it is Scarf. Because we shouldn't be able to OHKO us with Ice Punch or anything like that. See what this thing wants to do here. Goes for high horsepower. Fair enough. I'm just going to fire off a CC here. Easily just going to fire off a CC here. Because Volcanion's low. They could go into Crest, but that just invites in Dirge. Or I could just fire off Surging Strikes at this point, which would be fine by me. So what do they go into here? Survey says MDC is going to be the Cresselia. So we're going to close combat here. Fair enough damage. I guess I should just Surging Strikes, because they don't go that thing. So I'm kind of playing bad, low key. I'm just letting him like do whatever he wants. I'm letting him have his way with me. All right, we're gonna go Urshifu here. Cresselia, can we take it out from this range? We indeed cannot. If I had strikes twice, that would have been great, but I didn't. Yeah, I'm just gonna go Skelly, because if they double, then, I mean, they've been double all game, so they definitely could double, but, or they might just go for like a Moonlight here, which would be understandable to get health back, because they have lost quite a bit of health on this thing. Yeah, there's the Moonlight. Makes sense. It makes sense. It makes sense. All right, so this thing is now, yeah, Surging Strikes right there would have been fantastic. Because, I mean, it is a chance that they do go Volk on the options that I do, so it's like a somewhat of a 50-50, but I guess at the same time, they wouldn't want to lose it. But they could want to lose it, because it has so much low health now. Part of me wants to Willow on the Cloth. I'm going to Willow. All right, they're going to withdraw here. Do they go Cloth? Yes, nice. Perfect. That's good. That's great. So now we're going to Willow here, which is fantastic, because now this thing is no longer a threat. It could go for a knockoff though, not gonna lie. It could definitely go for knockoff, but this thing's attack stack is doo-doo butter. It is now even more doo-doo butter, and it's gonna get burned, which is great. If I had like Flame Charge, we'd be kind of dope right now. There are a couple of things that can happen. He could knock off my lefties, which would kind of suck. They literally can't touch me aside from knockoff shenanigans, so I'm just gonna Torch Song here. What do they go into? Do they go into Volcanion? Defibrillato is going to be this thing. Okay, I mean, that's fine. We're gonna go for a nice little Torch Song here. Nuke this thing. Nice. So we get chip on this, which is great. Like, this thing can't really do much to me, so I'm kind of, I guess they're just sacking it. I'm gonna go for a slack off here just to scout, but we should be able to live any hit. All right, cool, fine. Volt switch, that's fine. Okay, I was literally sweating what it was gonna do, but it didn't do anything. Okay, so now what do they go into here is the question. Do they go into Crest to take? They go into Crab Rave. Okay, I don't know why he thought I was fearing it, because it doesn't get a poison move or anything. So it was interesting. Maybe he was trying to sack it off. Maybe. I guess now we just go for Shadow Ball, because we are +1, and Shadow Ball is very free against our team. They're gonna go for knockoff here. Unfortunate, but we're just gonna Shadow Ball. Maybe he thought I was gonna go Urshifu, and he got punished for it. Finally punished the double. There we go. He finally punished the double, because now Dirge just kind of stays in here. They're gonna chip by the burn as well, which is gonna be great for opening up Torn late game. We can go for a Torsong again, because they could also sack Volcanion, so that's why I also kind of just want to keep going for Shadow Ball. I'm gonna go for high horsepower, literally doing nothing. Gonna go for a nice little Shadow Ball here and get Burn Chip as well. I think now what I can do though is I can just go for a Torsong. I'm just gonna go for a Torsong here. Ooh, that was good. Oh no, that's bad. All right, don't. It's gonna die to the burn. Oh, that's really bad. That was really good on their part. Oh no. Ooh, that was really good. That's really bad. That was really good on their part though. Oh, Endeavor is nice. Ooh, that's bad. Why is it bad? Because there's a whole crest right there. Dang near at full. Wow, that's really good. Oh wow. I mean, I couldn't have known. I wish I definitely did go for like slack off there. Oh, that's not good at all. We are in quite the predicament. How do I get myself out of this sticky little situation? Oh wow, that's really not good. I don't think there's gonna be a time in this match where I'm gonna be able to get Dirge back up because everything on the team outspeeds me. And it's Calm Mind. Oh god, that Endeavor really did it. Otherwise, we were looking fantastic. Oh gosh, I wish I slacked off, but alas, I mean, how would I have known? How would I have known? There's no way I would have known. I think I have to sack Dirge here. Like, as much as I want to keep it, there's just no way that I'm able to. Maybe we live a Volt Switch. I go for close. Wait. Oh, bro. I thought for a second we were gonna be able to do it. Thought we were gonna be able to live for a second. Not gonna lie. All right, so that is mad unfortunate. We have to go Torn here because we can't go into Issa phase because it just allows in the crest. Oh, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be really tough to beat the crest. We might be able to do it because we do have some setup, but might be a little bit hard. We just go for a Hurricane here. Good thing is Hurricane is free, but I mean Hurricane is somewhat free because they do have a air balloon treads, but still that Endeavor, man. Otherwise, like I would not be worried about the rest of this game because Skeletor's just kind of sits. C tier, that's going to be Volcanion, which makes sense. I'm gonna sack this thing off. We're gonna miss our Hurricane. Love to see it. We're gonna hit this one though, for sure. I'm gonna hit this one absolutely, 100%. Nice. All right, so Volcanion is down and out. This thing is so bad. This is very bad. I think what I have to do is I have to go for a Nasty Plot. Like it's the only thing I can do because they're just gonna Calm Mind in my face. Oh, this is not good. This is not how I wanted this to go. That's just a really good bring. They're like, other than that, like Dirge just sits on the team, so the Endeavor like caught me off guard, like, and now it puts them at a pretty good position with Crest. So I gotta applaud my opponent. It's just a very good bring. Definitely gonna Hurricane here, but yeah, oof. I don't know if we're gonna be able to get out of it honestly, because it's very tough position. I guess maybe instead of being so aggressive with Dirge, I should have just went Urshi, but I feel like that doesn't make any sense. I'm gonna Moonblast here. I don't think this can take us out. All right, cool. It doesn't take us out. Now they could Moonlight. I feel like I have to Hurricane. I'm just gonna Hurricane though, and we do miss, which is very unfortunate because now they're just gonna be able to get it back up to full. Yeah, that sucks. That sucks. That very much does suck. Yeah, we have to Hurricane here. Oh, bro, come on, game. Oh, okay. That's frustrating. I mean, it's frustrating because I'm trying to get it in range of Urshifu, and as long as I hit those Hurricanes, maybe it would have been possible. But we're quite literally up the creek without a paddle now. I don't have enough health on this thing. I think we do lose to the Cresselia, which is unfortunate. I think we do indeed lose to the Cresselia, which is so very unfortunate. We just go for Sludge Bomb here. If they go into Treads and then go out into Treads, they might think they kill, which I'm pretty sure they probably could with stored power at this point. But I'm at 56. That's just, bro. I would say, could I have done anything? I feel like, I don't know, being aggressive with Dirge, I felt like it was a good, fine play because I could get set up in front of the cloth. But Endeavor quite literally is what changed the game. I have to Calm Mind in front of me. Are they weakness? No, they're lefties. I was about to say, are they weakness policy? We're gonna go ahead and Sludge Bomb here. Maybe we can get a big fat crit, which would kind of be dope. That'd be fantastic. Does nothing. Do we get a poison? No poison. Yeah, this is gonna be game. Chris is just gonna be able to set up. The Endeavor was great. That's all I could say. It's just a good bring. Sometimes they just bring a good move and it catches you off guard, and it caught me off guard. I could go for Acid Spray. I'm gonna go for Solar Power here. Probably takes us out. Yep. And that's gonna be game. I do think had I been able to Hurricane and stuff, I think it might have been a bit of a different game if I landed them. But alas, I did not. Oh, that sucks. That sucks. I mean, the hacks is one thing because I feel like kind of does matter. I feel like a little bit, just a smidge. Yeah. I mean, I have to applaud my opponent. Like I said, the Endeavor was great because it mitigated Dirge. The only thing maybe I shouldn't have tarried, then I can't get Endeavored. But yeah. Looking at this, low-key, Surgeon Strikes might have killed from the range that it was at previously. Maybe I should have just went for it earlier in the game. Might have been able to take this thing out. And that is going to be the game. GG's the Lars. The Endeavor was just, I think that was the whole game, honestly, the Endeavor. But I do think, I mean, I don't know. I really do think if I had landed the Hurricanes, it's a whole different, it's a bit of a different game because I feel like I could have it in range of Urshifu, and then he has to go into something. So I'm gonna Thunderbolt here, because that quite literally is our only play, but it doesn't matter because we are Choice Scarf. So okay, Lars, just do the kill, brother. Come on now. Don't do that. Don't make the game longer than it has to be. Don't put salt in the wound. All right, so he's gonna attack me, but I was about to say you could go into Treads, my boy. Your air balloon. It's gonna do a whopping amount. Gonna get this attack drop as well. Hurricane, man, you love to see it. You love to see it. Yeah, because other than that, I think I mean, early game I was playing a little bit too passive, but aside from that, I think I managed to get back the momentum, and like I said, Dirge was looking like he wouldn't be able to shut it down. But the Endeavor was just, it was a good bring, man. It was a good bring. I don't know if I would have changed any play around that, because that's just hindsight's 2020. Like, there's no way I would have known he would have had that. What else would have been different? I guess, yeah, landing the Hurricanes and the Endeavor, bit of a different game. Maybe I could have Surging Strikes on the crest when it was lower. Maybe that would have been a thing to do. But GG's to Lars for sure. I think definitely was a closer game than, because it was a good one. It was a good one. That's all I can say. GG's. If you guys like this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up down below. And if you are new, make sure to subscribe and hit that notification bell down below. But without further ado, I'm your boy Jay. I'm gonna get back here, and I'll catch you next time. Bye.